And this is just unlocking, is it Savage? Oh, Urianger's already been sus. Whilst we were examining the controls of Zervan's shackles, I found a tombstone that may be of interest to you, Archon. Would you like to take a look? Information contained within this device appears to have been used to generate a simulated battle of grueling difficulty. Challengers would be pit against a simulacrum of Zervan, the power of which had been enhanced to the Icon's highest conceivable magnitude. It is described as a final trial for the most elite of Alleg's warriors, intended to distinguish the truly exceptional among them. I've witnessed no champion more exceptional than the Warrior of Light. You're not curious to see just how powerful Zervan may be? I urge you to visit the verification node and undertake this ultimate test of the Allegan elite. Everything is cake. Everything is a conspiracy. Also, no, I want cake. What the hell? I don't have any cake. Just got to go turn in this quest, and then we can start the Hildebrand fun. Do. Verification node. Zip. Activating verification systems. Elimination trial request acknowledged. Awaiting tombstone data. Lip. Data processed. Adversary. Mooring triad. Zervan. Threat level. Extreme. This is the final qualifying test for surviving Elite Squad enlistees. Participation is only permitted to candidates who agree to unrestricted biopsy procedures following the trial. Specifically, enlistees who successfully complete the program will be certified as genetically superior and must submit to cell harvesting for subsequent cloning initiatives. Elimination trial survival rates are currently calculated at 1.9%. Blip. Activating reality augmentation. Initiating elimination trial. The Empire thanks you for your service. Post-mortem data will be used to improve the survival rates of subsequent candidates. Your sacrifice is appreciated. Extreme. And that is Zervan Extreme unlocked. Minion guide. Where are you, buddy? There. There's our little VV map minion. That is your end reward for that quest line. That's adorable. There's our usual one. This is what we use though. Idleshire. The water, it must become boiled first. Okay, let's see. Where are you? This one. Let's go to Monk. And we are focusing on Disarmed, which is the beginning of the Alexander quest line. We weren't able to do Alexander's ARR equivalent because it's not part of the roulettes, so it's really hard to get into it unless you have a pre-made. Basically impossible to get into it unless you have a pre-made. But these are 8-man, basically single boss fights that there's a lot of them, as opposed to like the Crystal Tower questline, which is 3 multi-boss. You end up with the same amount of like boss fights, but it's just spread out more in this. If you know who Alexander is in Final Fantasy XIV, you might be able to guess some of where this goes, but this also has some glorious, glorious music. Backrix is Keeper of Knowings and Data. What does Uplander wish to learn about? Uplander comes in search of Sid, yes? My thanks for sharing your knowings, Backrix. These Illuminati are indeed most hostile. Archon, old friend. You haven't seen Y'shtola, have you? Drained of all ether in a matter of mere moons? 7 hells. How much power does this thing need? Too much, plainly. Well, it sounds as if we have an urgent dismantling job on our hands. What Backrix has been telling me, the Illuminati are the most likely culprits. They have the knowledge to summon a primal, and the requisite short-sightedness not to think better of it. Fanatical captures the philosophy nicely, I think. Their goal being nothing less than sole ownership of all the world's technology. Needless to say, they're more than willing to kill anyone who stands between them and what they want. Though, quite how they managed to coax a primal into the hulk of a Charlian defense mechanism, I don't know. But it looks like they've made themselves a tiny little fortress inside the Colossus. Hi, Amy. We need to contend with them if we're to dismantle the thing. As for the task itself, simply destroying whatever serves its engine should do the trick, assuming it is in fact mechanical. But before all that, we'll need to find a way in. Through yet another bloody barrier. Barrier's not new. Rose up 3 years ago after ground made shivery shakes. Druin was freed from riverbed then. Roundrox was there. Saw with thine own 2 eyes. Roundrox? Sorry, who is... Amy. Daughter of Sulflix. Roundrox loves junks more than all other gobbies. Was collecting them and is playing now. Look! Shiny junk and sparkly rocks, speedy bobs and whirly cogs. I'm sorry for interrupting, Roundrox, but I need to ask you a question. When the ground shook 3 years ago, did something come bobbing up to the river's surface? Bobbing? Nothing bobs, silly Uplander. Ground made shivery shakes when giant of whirly clogs stood. Then magic walls came up too. So it wasn't the tremor that freed the Colossus. It was the Colossus which caused the tremor. And you're absolutely certain that you saw it rise from the waters, young one? Seven hells. I think someone tried and failed to summon it 3 years ago. Was it the Illuminati or... Shh. Brayflox comes to trade tongue flaps, Uplander. Ah, just the goblin. Slithix tells me you're his resident expert on the Illuminati. Pardon me a moment while I consult with my fellow Uplander. Archon, if I may make a suggestion, I'll speak with Brayflox and learn what I can of our opponents. In the meantime, could you investigate the Colossus itself? Biggs and Wedge are near where its hand landed on the shore of the Thaliok. Join them, and see if you can't find a way inside the machine. Oh, and good luck with that barrier. Give that a minute to cool down first. Well, a little bit of it made it outside. Welcome. Come to see the Colossus, eh? Chief has us looking for a way in. Of course, there's a bleeding barrier around the thing. Aye, another one. Can't leave and then immediately demand... Oh, you can't find cats. Luckily for us, when the big feller came down, its hand clamped onto the shore here, punching a hole in its defenses, and leaving that round portal there unprotected. One trouble is, it's locked and doesn't seem to have a key. For want of a better idea, Wedge is listening in into Illuminati Link Pro communications, in hopes they'll mention the trick to opening it. Dee-da-dee-da-dee-dee. There's only one signal coming from inside the giant, and it's always the same pattern. I'm certain it's a code. The Illuminati always use coded messages. From what I hear, they've developed a special kind of crystal specifically for transmuting Link Pro waveforms. If we could get our hands on one, the Chief's decoding machine here should, theoretically, be able to use it to untangle the meeting. Quite where we'd find such a crystal is another matter. Shh. Does Uplander know Rodrox? She makes great collection of junk and things. Maybe she's keeping crystal at shortstop? Wouldn't that be a stroke of luck? Just so happens I've been working on the means of identifying the crystal in question. Here, Archon. Take this 3G7001B. I have no idea what that could be. Okay. No worries, young. Did you just wake up? Sprinkle that powder over this so-called collection and look for anything in the glimmers. It should contain the material we need. You may have to borrow one of Rodrox's treasures, but I'm sure she won't mind if you tell her it's for a good cause. We are working on unlocking the first of the Alexander raids right now.
Amongst the jumble of bits and bobs, you spy a faintly glimmering stone. Gib.
Psh! What is Uplander doing? Sneaky taker! Treasure belongs to Round Rocks! Uplander needs it? For Giant of Whirlycocks? But glowstone is most favoritist treasure of Round Rocks. Alright. But Uplander must promise to bring it back, or Round Rocks is getting very angry. Welcome back, Basil. So it's, base builder, basically. Argon. No burns, I see. No reason. Tell me, did the 3G7001B reveal anything? Yeah, I got this thingy. I don't know what it's for. It's yours now, though. Tell me. Thank you. And you have my word that I'll give this to Round Rocks when I'm finished with it. Now, let's take a listen to what the Illuminati are really saying. Goodness. All that infernal beeping is gone. Now it's a message clear as day. Day scheduled for Gordius. Registration at 7th bell. Stop. Announce the Quail Club's at 3rd bell. Stop. Rest and recuperation at 2nd bell. Repeat. Today is scheduled for Gordius. Quail Lessing? But I'm sure that was the only message. This has to be some sort of jest. Don't be daft, Wedge. It's just another code. You need the proper crystal and the proper knowledge to understand it. Bleeding Illuminati. Should have known it wouldn't be so easy. Quite the conundrum you have there. But it's your lucky day. I'll crack the code, assuming we come to a little arrangement. Come on. For the 3rd time since Final Fantasy started. Up East Downies, Up East Downies. I'm a treasure hunter by trade, and there's a certain something I want inside the giant. I help you get inside. You help me get out with it. Fair deal, no? The name's Miqo'te, by the way. Charmed, I'm sure. You are aware that the interior is almost certainly swarming Illuminati, yes? Why do you think I came to you? To strike the numbers, friend. Let's rejoin forces, eh? Now, the words you intercepted are largely gibberish, but paired with the numbers, well, you'll see. 7, stop, 3, stop, 2, wasn't it? Poke, 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 poke. You see the big one? See the pipes at the hatch? There ought to be a valve up there, with a hand wheel. Manage the clock and try turning it right to 7, left to 3, and then back to 2. Ha ha ha! We did it! We did it! So Illuminati have been advancing the way into the Colossus all along. Strange. Well, well done for cracking the code anyway.
I had less success, sadly. I'm afraid Blythe Fox knows little more than we do about the Illuminati's plan, or the Primal. Unfortunate. Come, things aren't all as bad as all that. We found a way inside the machine. We'll just have to learn about it as we go. It's only a massive mammoth, after all. Stopping it should be as simple as destroying its core. We send in a suitably intrepid team of surveyors. I don't see why we can't trace the machine's power back to the source via the struts and piping. And I know just the man to lead the party. What say you, Archon? That's why I'm here.
And what of me, pray tell? I opened the way for this grand expedition of yours. Surely that's earned me a place in your little band to hunt for my treasure.
You did as you promised, and you may do as you will now. But only so long as your treasure hunt doesn't endanger the mission. I'd join you if I could, but there's something I need to see to first. I'll leave Biggs and Wedge here in case of emergencies. Good luck, my friend. And there is number 1 unlocked. So those are the Alliance raids. We've got our first normal raid. Off to fish while we wait. Working on getting these for a quest. I need 2 more. Show up at night. So fortunately it is nighttime. Do we have the right? Yes, we have Spoonworm stilled. Equipped. Fishy. The other quest I need requires the other fish I need for one of the fisher quests requires a certain weather condition in Gridania in order to catch it. So I am keeping an eye. There are websites out there that track what the weather is in various locations in Eorzea at all times. So I've been keeping an eye, and I keep being busy every time it rains. Like the past several days. But I believe in you. Yep. We ran out of that bait. This one can also catch it, but I haven't had... 26 and 48 damage to... Best of luck! Big fish. No mooch? There we go. That's what I was looking for. Just need to keep an eye on the weather. Gonna be 7 before it rains at all. 7 Eastern. I've got 3 times between now and end of stream that it would be raining in Gridania. But we can go do some of the firmament stuff. Or not. Push the button.